Hey everybody, Vaughn here with the Vonster vlog, and welcome to day 89 of a year of yoga. We're going to be starting on our mats today, and I am doing a practice in reverse again. I really liked that the other day. Excuse me. Whenever we kind of, instead of starting at the front, we started at the back and worked our way up. So we're going to be starting with the newest posture for today, and that is boat pose. And I actually would like to add in just a little bit of something else as well. And that is going to be, and y'all might hate me for this one, but it's some really good core work. So I have my blocks spaced about a block width apart, and right in line with my heels are going to have to pass over them. And I'd like to be upright. And since my his big head and his little arms, I'm going to use a block to help bring the ground up to me. I'm going to lift one leg over one block. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now for the other leg, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm trying really hard here to not lean too far back, but if you need to do that, do that. But the goal for me is to get to where I am like very upright, and isolating this there in my hip flexor. So there's 1, 2, 3, and my quadricep, 4, and 5. Other side, let's go 1, 2, 3, leaning back more than I want to, 4, and 5. Oh my goodness. Okay, but that's really good. That's a movement that's very challenging for me personally. And so whenever there's something that feels like, oh my God, this is so much harder than I feel like it should be, those are the things that I want to focus on and bring them into, the realm of things that are a little less hard. So practice makes progress. And now from here, I would like to try, I don't know if I can do this even. Let's try both legs. So we're gonna, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one to grow it. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, that's enough of that. But that wasn't even part of today's sequence. I saw a couple of folks doing that on Instagram. And I was like, ooh, I want to try that. It's difficult. And this was on the lowest block setting. So that's good though. It's so good to practice these challenging things. So having done that, let's come back now. We have our feet on the mat, holding on to the backs of our thighs. Inhaling, lifting our chest up towards the sky. And let's exhale and just come up into boat pose. I'm really using my arms, strong arms here, to help support my legs. So there's 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3, 4, keep going, and 5. Oh, that's real good. Just getting a little bit of that isometric hold going through our abs. The more we build strength, our abs support our spine, and it's our core. This is where all of our strength comes from. Like, you can have super dope, like ultra ripped legs and arms, but if you don't have a strong enough trunk to support the branches of your tree, injury usually follows shortly behind. So we have done that now. I'm going to turn around and face you guys a little bit. And we are going to do seated windshield wipers. And so again, starting with our legs in front of us, we can go off to one side. And I'm quite leaned back for this. You might not need to be so much. There's 1 and 2. Oh, and 3 and 4 and 5, 6. Let's go to 10. 7, 8. I forgot which side I was counting on. 9 and 10. Oh my goodness. Not only was that stretching through my arms, but that is not a part of my body that I typically do that with, which is exactly why we mix it in today. Okay, so I'm just scuttling back on my butt. Coming into, you could sit in easy pose. You could sit in crisscross applesauce, like easy pose, or cobbler, like I am here. Let's start with real gentle chest circles or seated torso circles. As we breathe, let's go a little bit deeper into this. Really stretching through. The way that I count these is every time I come forward, I press down a different finger on my hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So however that works for you, it just helps me to keep track. So we're going to change direction now. Going nice and slow. We can make this very, very slow and juicy, or we can go a little bit faster, just whatever makes you feel like you're squeezing the most juice out of your orange today. I just think this is an excellent way to warm up the taffy. Now some seated cat-cow. And now from here, we will, still in the same seated posture, inhale our arms up overhead. Exhale, twist, be that spiral staircase, climbing up 1 step at a time as we rotate around. And then just resting my hands on my body and the ground. You may have your right hand might be all the way over on your left knee. You might be with me and just right hand to right shin. But get that spiral staircase all the way up to the tip of your head. So keep looking around. Exhaling out, inhale up. And come on around. Really just rotating and growing up to the top of our head as we do. From here, coming back to center. And let's start doing some neck rolls. I count these the same exact way. That way I don't have to be maintaining a number in my head. I just pay attention to whenever I cross through right here in the front, I press down a different finger. And it allows me to keep track very passively. And let's change direction. Really nice, big, deep, juicy neck circles. And we can even start bending our spine a little bit. And really just getting, oh my gosh, now not only is it stretching in my neck, but it's stretching through my side back body, waking my spine up. Let's do some more seated cat-cow. I'm going to deviate from our planned yoga from here because it's been a doozy of a week today. Like, not even today, but just like the past like 3 days, our whole life, like everything can change in just a moment. And everything is okay. Let me point that out actually. Everything is amazing. So let's do some cat cows here while we chat and catch up. But it all started with like a week and a half ago. A long, long time ago. um Another life ago, a week and a half ago. I'm gonna get some side stretches going here too while we chat. I had gotten a very angry email from somebody who did like this very, first off, I didn't even do anything wrong. There was a miscommunication that, like, you know, I don't want to go into the details because I don't want to be calling anybody personally out, but it's like, don't come at me and call me a liar whenever something just wasn't clear. Like, you can attack somebody clearly, like how they did, or you could ask for clarification. Because it's like, if ever anybody gets one of our subscription boxes or orders something from our website and they're not happy, like, let us know. If you're dissatisfied, if something's broken, anything like that, the second you let us know, we'll try to help you make it right. We'll send replacements, we offer refunds, like, on stuff, you know so it's but instead they were like, you're a liar, I can't believe how much you're lying about what's in your subscription kits. And I was like, this isn't what was in our subscription kits when you placed your order, but we wanted to improve, so that's why we have our new booty boxes, and there's so much more in them, and we want it to be better, we want it to be more worth your money, like. And I offered them a refund or to send replacements if they were dissatisfied. And I never heard back. But they did this whole, well, karma's a bitch, and you're not gonna last long. You're gonna get what's coming to you. And I was like, okay, like, okay, I guess, which is so, like, threatening. Like, in this, it's like saying, I hope bad things happen to you, but using karma as like this shield. And it's like, that's not, trust me, that's not how this works. There's so many people just in my immediate life that, like, if karma worked like that, they it's not for me to judge or for me to put my own opinion into, but uh karma's going to do its thing, I suppose. So yeah, okay. Whatever, person. I'm just trying my best and you're yelling at me. Okay. So, and it took a whole lot of, like, especially when people pretend like they're friendly and like they're a friend and stuff, and then out of nowhere, that's whenever it gets to me, because it's like, dude, I thought we were cool. Like, we crafted together. I don't know what you've got going on, but I'm here for you and you're just yelling at me. So whatever. But that same exact day, we started piecing together a burnt bridge from an old friendship that I never thought I would see resurrected. We found out we have a booth at Dragon Con, and we're going to be vending again. So vending's coming back into our life, which that was the big part that, like, this has changed everything. My whole life, for the plans that we had for the next 4 years, like, everything is just, I mean, it's not completely different. It's still recognizable as my own life, but it just, that one thing, one email can change and all the things realign in a different direction. And so it's whew. And our friends are having a baby and we're so excited about that. And then out of nowhere, we're also having a Halloween party that I should have started planning like 3 months ago, but instead I've got like 3 days. And that's fine too. I'm just, as I complain about existence to y'all, let's just keep stretching the taffy in our backs, you guys, if you're even still listening. But it's just, and through all of this, feeling very, very overwhelmed, feeling emotionally drained. I'm so glad to have been coming back to my mat and still pushing through and doing my year of yoga, even though sometimes I don't really feel like it. Because it's like I'd rather just sit on the couch and stare at the wall and try to knit a baby blanket that is not going to be done in time. That's future Ron's problem. um, but yeah, so it's really nice to sometimes, instead of sitting on the couch staring at the wall, sit on my yoga mat and stare at the wall and just breathe and focus on being right here in this place and in this time, feeling my breath pulling in down my windpipe into my lungs, swirling and escorting it back out. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I'm so sorry to have sneezed in your ear. Um, yeah, sometimes breathing does that. Oh, my house needs vacuumed and dusted so bad. Oh no. But I'm trying, okay, focus. Meditate. There we go. And I probably have more sneezes coming. Okay. Inhaling, letting it swirl. All the demands and all of the problems of the day cannot reach me right here. So just letting the waters of my mind calm and become flat and mirror-like. No waves, no ripples. And the way I get there is, if it's a shaky, tumultuous, choppy seas, just slow those waves down with your breath. Pulling in fresh oxygen, absorbing it, and breathing out. So as those waves slow from choppiness to maybe it's just like a wave pool, there's still some movement there. And it may even help you to, if you want to sway with emotions of the waves, that you're in a little rowboat in this vast ocean of existence, and if it's tossing you around a little bit, don't forget that you have the power to still your own boat. Don't let other people's waves knock you around. And just sit in our boats and breathe and let the water be still. And from there, we can now paddle our boats in whatever direction we want a lot easier, because we're not being tossed about by waves that we have either made in our mind or that somebody else has maybe shaken up into our minds. I know that for myself personally, I just don't get on social media anymore, not for social media purposes. Like, we do like a little bit of business stuff and some interacting with our community over on like Instagram. Um, but it's like, I try to not get too involved into something that whenever I turn it off, it doesn't even really exist anymore. So it's like I want to invest my life into things that are tangible and here and shared between me and my loved ones. Like this right here, I feel like with y'all, like this is what I wanted from social media, to be able to share something and to like have an experience with other folks that I otherwise may have never had the opportunity to meet and connect with. And it's sometimes just a lot of stuff gets in the way of that. So I just prune it back and be like, let's focus on the horizon of where our boat's going and get there. And we might be paddling alongside each other. We might be in completely different ships going in completely different directions, but it's so nice to have this moment to get to connect with you. So thank you so much for being here, and good luck. Happy sailing. And we will see y'all next time. So until then, you guys keep on keeping on. Bye.